Who am I talking to now? I said, who am I talking to? Oh, shit. No, it is. All right, my act tonight is going to be, well, let's not go into that first. Welcome to the, yeah, I like that quote. Welcome to the 8th annual Coney Island Ritual Cabaret. I've been the host of this, I think, all 8 years. No, there was 1 year I wasn't. But this year, I guess they hired a couple clowns. I don't know. I haven't seen them yet, but I think they're around already. You know, let me tell you what I've been doing. Dennis, can I have some light over here? I want to show him something. All right, thanks. You know, every year I prepare for this ritual cabaret. I start swimming on the winter, what do they call it? What's the winter thing around Christmas? You know what it is. Solstice. Solstice, right. I start swimming about there. I'm a polar bear. And I start swimming with the bears at the solstice. And then I prepare for the spring equinox, right? And every year I made a commitment that each year I would, you know, I'm not really sick. I'm not really sick. I mean, not communicable sick. Some might think my art is a little sick or my jokes are sick, but I'm not really sick. If you saw me, you see me here performing, and I don't look mentally ill. But if you saw me inside the subway, where I usually perform like this, you know, you would think that I'm a little deranged, right? And so, you know, that usually it scares people. I don't know why. Because you know, people, there's enzymes of change, you know. When they locked me up years ago, I mean, you know, I'm talking a long time ago. I haven't been locked up 50 years ago, you know. They get, you know, they don't, I'm going to escape from a straitjacket tonight, okay? But they don't use straitjackets anymore. They use drugs. They put drugs down to calm you down. If you get a little shaky or something, they'll give you some drugs, and they'll make you take the drug every day. So the psychologist, whoever it was, said that when I get out, I had to keep taking those drugs, right? That I was going to be, you know, free to go as long as I took these drugs. And I says, no, I'm not going to take them. I'm not. And she couldn't do anything now. I had to leave, right? I guess the paperwork was done. So she had a couple guys come and put me on the gurney, right? And then they shot me with something in the ass. And I went home, and, you know, a day later I started. So, you know, I think it was my uncle took me to the hospital. They knew exactly what to give me to get it back. But I looked up that drug, you know, that they gave me. I found out what the drug was, and they tried it out on spiders, right? And the spiders, when they got the drug, nothing changed in their behavior, except they built their webs, right? They built their webs instead of like this big, right? They built it with the same complexity and everything else, but it was only like 75% the size of the last web. So what the drug did was, I think what it did was it shrunk my capacity to see things that I was seeing before, that I understood before. But, okay, we're getting lost here. Anyway, so I do this each year. I get ready for the spring, right? And what I do is I go swimming, but I also I cut my my pubic hair, because I make this art you're going to love. I think you're going to love it. I mean, some people think it might be sick, but I love it. Do you get it? This is called The Pubic Hair Goes Public. You see it's called like a visual pun, right? And this is real hair. No, you probably don't want to touch it. Well, you know what pubes do, right? You know what their function is? Their function is to give out body odor, you know, to pheromones. Is that what it's called, pheromones? Yeah, where you attract or repel. And that's part of, this piece, I know what we're calling this, the price of eggs, right? The price of eggs. What is the price of eggs? What is an egg? What? Where's the clowns at? I need that straight jacket. We've got to put that straight jacket on. We need to put the straight jacket on. Oh, hi. Here's a clown. Yeah. We need to put the straight jacket on, all right? No, no.
Oh my God, stop. Go back in the hole. Quickly. I'm so sorry, something's wrong with him.
Now, I wear this, I don't do this act anymore, since, I don't, but I put this on, I've been putting on recently as a kind of a representation of the oppression I'm feeling. I don't feel I can talk anymore on the subways. I think, I don't know if I'd be deported to, but, they might have these kind of things down in El Salvador or something. I don't know what kind of restraints they have down there. So I've been using this as a kind of a ritual to make the oppression feel real, something physically that I can feel inside my body instead of all over in the air, in the atmosphere. You can't watch the news anymore. So, I was talking about eggs. Now, what is the price of eggs? When you think of it, I'm thinking of eggs in a different way. I'm thinking about eggs in the sense of, nest egg, right? Nest egg. Or empty nesters, In other words, eggs at a human level. What's that mean? What is the price of eggs? I mean, Elon Musk, what's he got? Like 14 kids or something like that? And, I've read, now this is true or not, that when he was growing up in South Africa, that, his family, and, well, I better start getting out of this shit now. Anyway, his family, what I heard was, that his family encouraged him to masturbate into glass bottles. Is that true? And then freeze his sperm? Is that true? I mean, I read it. I read it somewhere. But I think there's something going on. He's sort of manufacturing kids, like, what's this one kid? I think her name is, okay. All right, I'm getting close. The one kid, Vivian Wilson, she, you know, he picked a male, which one did he pick? A male, an ovum that would produce a male child, right? And she came out and she was, no, it was designated as a male when the baby was born. But she, because she felt she wasn't, because she was fighting, resisting the fucking manipulation. He decided that she was a she, but what's going to happen, and I've seen it now, because that spider web that I was taken away from that was shrinking on me is back. I can see what's happening. The billionaires are going to be, they're going to be, there's more autocracies than there are democracies right now. And pretty soon they're all going to be, you know, there's all going to be autocracy. That's all there's going to be. And there's going to be deals made between you know, these Putins and these tech guys and Trump and who else? Who else is going to be made? I'm almost there. Can I get out of this? Isn't there a way to get out of this? If I can't get out, what am I going to be? Here all the rest of, how many years? How many years is it going to be before I'm free? It's going to take over and
yeah.
But I've seen something. I've seen an egg, a dream, something out there to believe in. And, you know, it's because I'm getting my vision back. I've seen it.